I guess I'll start by saying thank you for doing this. It's never easy, talking about your role publicly, but I'm excited to do it. This is a podcast that we set up to just talk to the broader industry. We don't underestimate how important your role is to the business, and I want to showcase that to as many people that want to listen. So the podcast is called Word on the Street. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Okay, you will check it out now. Just make sure you share it with all your friends and family.
Yep.
Okay. And you look gorgeous today too. You're all glammed up. I think. Are you sure you're in rentals? Are you sure you're not in sales? Do you want a job in sales? Maybe we should get you a job. I'll make sure.
I'm out.
Yeah, it might be a little bit easier. But I would say, Zoe, without pumping up your tires too much, you arguably have one of the most crucial roles in our business, and probably one of the hardest roles in our business. And you know what? You never complain. You take it in your stride, which is pretty awesome. And I've got a bunch of questions here, which you've prepped beautifully. I can tell you're perfect answers.
All organised.
But we're going to try and treat it like a conversation today. And I don't mind if you're too scripted. That's cool. Yeah. Everyone wants it. And you were joking to me before we started. I'm going to tell everyone you told me. You said, BK, I'm great at writing emails.
Yeah.
But don't get me to speak.
Yeah.
And I said, well, today we're going to speak and you're going to speak like we're writing an email. Okay. So I'll get to the questions in a minute, but I want to talk about how long you've been here.
Mm-hmm.
How have you found everything? You really started with me as what I would classify as, I won't say junior, because you've been doing it since you were like 12. But how long have you been doing PM for now?
Almost 10 years.
A decade.
Totally, yeah.
Awesome. And that in itself is an achievement,
Long
right?
time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
Every day is different. And I'm really proud of my growth at the company over the last 5 years and getting used to my role at the moment.
Absolutely. And you should be. And what's really exciting as a group is that we have a number of young people here.
Yeah.
You and I be classified as old now, right? There's all these other young people.
Yep.
Yeah, there's girls in PM that are 23, 24 years old. And they're looking to you for leadership and guidance, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you find your role day to day now? Because you've progressed. Maybe we'll go back. Let's go back to day one, 5 years. Was it 5 years ago?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
All right, perfect. How did you find it then?
Yeah.
And how are you finding it now? Like, how have you found the progression through the organisation?
Really good. I felt supported right from the start. I'm really happy with the culture that we've built together. Mm-hmm. I think we've selected all the right people. Everyone works really well together as a team. And coming from back in the day, O'Brien, when we started, and then the rebrand to Jealous Craig, and just really leveling up with that.
Did you find that change a good thing?
Yeah, really positive. The brand is really elevated and really looking forward to what's coming up.
Yeah, and the support across the group. Like, I love the fact that you can tap into every other department head on a daily basis. You guys have your own Teams channel.
Yeah, we've got a Teams channel, which is really good. Mm-hmm. Never had access to anything like that before. So if I ever need anything, I've got a group of up to about 50 other people I can ask. Which
is pretty awesome. And I get to watch all that unfold and always want to chip in, but I hold myself back and let everyone else go, which is awesome. We'll get to the questions in a minute. In terms of your current role and leading people, how do you find that? Is it easy? Is it like the challenges of day-to-day people management? Like, how do you find it?
I think mostly it's easy dealing with different people. There has been some challenges, different personality types and things, which I've learnt to adapt to, and I've definitely grown from that. But I think it's really important to be so supportive and not necessarily micromanaging them. And supporting them in their roles and bringing out the best of each of them.
Because you've got to juggle in that you've got to do the day-to-day PM functions, but then throw in the extra layer of care around people.
Yeah.
Right? How do you juggle that? Like, how do you balance that?
I always tend to put the team first before everything.
I told you to stop doing that.
Yeah, making sure
look after yourself
everyone's
bit,
okay. It is quite hard at times balancing a full portfolio and looking after the team. But I always, put them first and, prioritise everything of my own in what's most urgent to not urgent. And
and you do that really well. And you've done it with ease. Or maybe it looks like you've done it with ease.
Maybe on the outside.
But you've got a great, what I admire about you is you've got a great family network around you. Like, I love spending time with your family. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They are, I would consider them friends. Right?
Yeah.
And that support at home. I think I love your husband more than you do. But,
Yeah, I think so.
That's got a little special crush on each other. But you've got that great network, and I think you've got people you can lean on.
Yeah,
I'm heading.
absolutely.
Because clearly, not every day's perfect in PM. In fact, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Let's not beat around the bush. And what I've noticed is you can lean into people when you need to, and you've got that support. And I think that's what's given you longevity.
Yeah,
realistically,
absolutely.
is that you've got the support around you. And I'm grateful for that for you.
Yeah,
because without that, we both probably would have, we probably wouldn't be sitting here, right? So, all right, let's get into the questions and let's talk about some of the media stuff. And I can't wait to hear what you've got to say because I don't know what you're going to say yet. Let's talk about a typical week and what that looks like for you as a rental department manager.
Yeah.
And how do you balance, we talked about it a little bit, but how do you balance all the competing priorities like day after day after day?
Yeah, so most of the week is spent in the office alongside the team of about 7 people. So mostly admin come in, get through our emails together. We run meetings every Monday. So it starts the week well and setting the week up with everyone.
I like those meetings together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And then, flowing through to, helping the team, dealing with my own portfolio, whether it's arrears, maintenance, lease renewals, rent reviews, all of that. So get on top of all of those things at the start of the month usually, and then a bit of on the road for exit inspections, things like that.
Do you feel like we've got a good structure? Because we look at that together a fair bit.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 layers, right? Everyone's somewhat of a silo, independently responsible for their client base.
Yeah.
But then we're trying to create it so that there's support and overlap.
Yeah.
And you're segmenting out certain roles so you can get a greater client experience, right? Do you feel like we've got that balance?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I think, the structure is really good at the moment. And I think the platforms we have definitely back it up for like Monday.com, Property Me, Inspection Express really helps.
The tech helps, doesn't it? Yeah,
helps the team and the client experience as well.
Yeah, lots of touch points. I think I haven't actually measured it, but the ingoing piece is where a lot of the I would always call it the danger can happen. Yeah. But I reckon we've got something like 8 to 10 touch points for a client on the way in to our properties. And I'm loving now because obviously we're acquiring more businesses and those new clients are coming in and saying, oh my God, you're part of our organisation and our ecosystem, which I really like. So that's a credit to you to stay on top of that. I think you and I are constantly saying, what's this next template? What's this next client experience?
Always
How are we updating it? Yeah. And it hasn't like what it was even a year ago to what it is today is a different business.
Oh,
and that's
completely.
a credit to you, which is awesome. So thank you for, constantly, and I can be a bit of a, Zoe, I've got an idea. Zoe, I've got an idea. And you almost laugh at me and go, okay, BK, here we go. But you do it really well. So thank you. The next question, what do you think sets you apart when it comes to looking after someone's investment property? Because you look after mine.
Yeah, of course.
And I love that. So, and my wife loves that, obviously.
Yeah.
Josie wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
So what do you think sets you apart?
I genuinely care so much about the properties and the clients as well. I treat all of them like they were my own, which I think some people wouldn't necessarily do. I'll treat, whether it's handling funds or anything like that, I would always do it like as if it was my own, get the best for the clients and make sure the tenants living there are always happy as well, make sure they have a good experience. And I think being here 5 years, it's good stability for the clients as well that I have. And it's good to have that long-term relationship.
It's funny because my measurement is, because we run obviously landlord events throughout the year, then I have to turn up and get to shake everyone's hand and say hello to people. And because you know people more by an email and a phone number than you do a face, right? And whenever I turn up to these events, they're like, where's Zoe? Where's Zoe? And I'm like, well, she's not here today, or she's here today, or she's over there talking to someone else. Yeah. So it's quite funny because I reckon I turn up to half these events and they're like, where's Zoe? Where's Zoe? So,
especially in the industry, there's a lot of turnover in property management. So it's good, I think, for everyone to have the same client and stability.
It is, and it's a huge
long-term
strategy position for us is I want longevity in our PM team.
Yeah, it's really
and the only way they're going to hang around is if they do feel supported in the role. It's one of those things where the industry maybe typically in the past has treated PM as its poor cousin, its second cousin. Hopefully you realise that for me, PM is number one, And sales is just a nice to have.
Yeah.
So, and it's getting to a scale now where it's you will be managing one of the biggest rent rolls in this marketplace, which is pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
You tell your friends, I look after the biggest rent roll. So well done. And that's an awesome thing. How has the property management industry evolved since you've started?
A lot. Legislation has changed dramatically.
Let's talk about that, because that's the hot topic.
Yeah.
Lots of changes, lots of learning, lots of hard conversations with people that may not,
especially throughout lockdowns and very hard.
We went through that together. That was fun.
Yeah.
So how's that been, having those
good
conversations?
It is. It's always can be tricky, but you get used to it after time and experience. When I first started, we were handwriting our condition reports, and you'd go back to the office, type it up with your digital camera. It was a lot different, but now the software that we have, you do it while you're out.
Software now times you.
Exactly.
Tells me how long it's taking you to do the report.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's even going from that, it's such a big change. And paper files, now everything's electronic, and it's always just improving and adapting to the change. We've got upcoming changes later this year, so we're just planning to get ahead of that. So we're all prepared prior and make sure our clients know all about it as well.
Yep, fantastic. Last question, and then I'll let you go. Right, you got to get on with it. You got lots to do, right? Lots of landlords to look after.
Yeah.
Your approach, and we've got a feel of it today, and hopefully everyone can see. In a leadership role, I feel like you've got to take the pressure, and you don't get to filter that through to your people.
Yeah.
And I think you do that better than most. Sometimes at your own detriment, I think. Like sometimes you've got to take a deep breath, but you've been managing it really well. And you and I talk a lot about when do we have to lean in to help our people, and when do we actually have to coach the person, not the problem. Yeah. And it's awesome to see you learn that skill, because I think your default position was always, my ability to help was, I'm going to go and do it for you.
Yeah. And
what we've tried to coach together is, hang on, let the person, you disempower that person if you do too much, right? As long as it doesn't blow up the business, I think it's always a skill to let the person feel ownership for that. You're doing that really well. And this is where this question's heading, is what's your approach to leadership in a high pressure property management environment?
Mainly making sure everyone feels supported at all times. And I know all of the team know they can come to me for absolutely anything. They're never too scared to ask a question, whether they think it's silly or not. They come to me for anything, just to double check before they do something. We all sit closely back there. I sit with everyone. So it's good. I can always hear what's going on, and I can help when needed. Anytime.
Beautiful. We got through it. That's all right.
Thank you.
Hey, that's good, huh? How's the heart rate? You all good?
Yeah, all good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks
really
for having
enjoyed
me.
the catch up. An awesome opportunity to talk. And as I said to Damo, I want to do this once a year together.
Yeah.
We'll catch up if you want to do this again in 12 months' time. We'll be another year older, and off we go. You've recently got, I'm going to finish with, you've obviously a wife now.
Yep,
no?
wifey.
A wifey. And that's an awesome thing to experience. So really looking forward to seeing how that part of your life plays out. We're talking about buying some real estate in the next few months. Make sure, and I'll be upset if you don't come to me for some help, but really looking forward to seeing how that plays out. And thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to seeing the final cut of the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Thanks, guys.